Good evening and thank you for joining us. Carly, it's been a long process for us to get to this date, finally, to have the Bobcats, Friends of the Bobcats rather, make their presentation to the AJHL.
Yes, that's right, Jacob. Talk about a long time coming. And this all started back on February 3rd when that initial offer was made by Brent Stark to Wayne Russell to buy the team. And maybe ironically, maybe not so ironically, on the same day that the Friends of the Bobcats made their sales pitch to the league, Brent Stark actually released a surprising statement to the media, so we will have all those details coming up in sports.
All right, well, we look forward to that. Gerard, how's the weekend looking?
Weekend is looking fine, man. I can't speak for Southern Alberta. They've got Old Man Winter doing a thing there. But in terms of us here in the Midwest, we are looking good to go, especially starting off tonight. Eh? Let's see what we're looking at right about now, because we're at +3. We've been there since noon today. 67% humidity. The winds continue to be out of the west at 26 km, and the wind chill not even a discussion point. Let's see what's happening in the Lakeland region. Yes, the Lakeland, they've got a buildup of cloud cover going on. We'll talk about that later on. But that cloud cover has actually kept some of the heat in. So look at that, +8 over there. In the Battlefords, they've enjoyed the better of the sunshine. +4 it's been. And as we hinted at the top, Old Man Winter is doing a thing in Southern Alberta as well, on the other side of the country too. We'll talk about that in our second installment. Meantime, Jacob, back to you.
This week's warm weather has officially brought skating on Bud Miller Park to an end. Signs are now up notifying the public of the possibility of thin ice. City staff have also closed the park center for the winter season. Officials say ice conditions can change rapidly during the spring thaw. To ensure safety, residents are being asked to stay off of that ice surface. Four Wing Cold Lake unveiled the 2011 CF-18 demonstration jet today. The jet will travel to air shows throughout North America, and as Clayton Brown reports, all involved are very excited.
Every year, Four Wing Cold Lake sends a demonstration team to air shows in Canada and the U.S. Captain Eric O'Connor has been chosen as this year's pilot, and he says he's honored to be picked.
To be able to take the airplane, travel across North America and display the capability of the aircraft, flying the aircraft to its upper limits is a great privilege.
Part of preparing for the shows is choosing a theme and also painting the CF-18, which will accompany the team on the trip.
Paint job is incredible. I just can't wait to see the topside when I'm doing a topside pass. I think it'll look incredible with a yellow ribbon.
The design is more than just for looks. It also represents this year's theme, which is supporting our military families.
We move across Canada quite often. We get posted, so it's a lot of sacrifice for the families. So this is a way for us to say thank you to the families for supporting us.
This summer, the CF-18 will fly in 15 air shows. The demonstrations are very similar to regular exercises, with some small exceptions.
Keeping people away from the pilot during the air show just prior to, so that he can concentrate on going through his maneuvers, and the fact that we're in the public, dealing with the public on a more regular basis than you would normally do here on a restricted side of a base.
The first air show is in Missouri at the end of May, but the demonstration crew will return to Four Wing on June 18th during Maple Flag. In Cold Lake, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.
Recent statistics are showing an increase in use at the Lloydminster Men's Shelter. Just this week, the facility hit maximum capacity for the first time since it opened. As Jessica Isaac explains, those running the shelter say it's time to join a provincial plan to end homelessness.
It's now into its third year of operation, and demand for services at the Lloydminster Men's Shelter is growing.
We reached our maximum 28 beds usage for the first time since the shelter opened the other night. Since that, the last couple nights have been around 22 to 24, but we've definitely had the biggest night so far.
In fact, 2010 statistics show nightly intakes increased 5 people per night more than last year, an 11% jump.
I think definitely more people are coming to town to look for work.
In light of the increasing numbers, the group managing the shelter has decided to join Alberta's plan to end homelessness in 10 years. But several things need to happen before the group qualifies for funding.
First, we have to start by doing a community assessment to get a true picture of what homelessness looks like in Lloydminster at this time. And we also have to form a community-based organization.
With this new plan of action, society officials are asking community members to step up and help.
Anyone that would be willing to get involved and perhaps start with the gathering of information and as to how we're going to do the city assessment.
In the meantime, shelter staff will continue to deal with the increase. However, they say donated items like toothbrushes, toothpaste, toilet paper, and socks would help.
Obviously, any donations of food is always welcome, canned goods, anything like that. Anything that people feel that they want to give is pretty much usually something that we can use.
Jessica Isaac, Newcap News.
Most of us living in Canada enjoy the luxury of never having been truly hungry. But over the last couple of days, some people tried it out for a good cause. That story and more coming up after the break.